it, they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break. Check, 50, roll out. Check. Ready.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Leo. Check, be grip.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants. They pick up 12.
That's good for the Giants. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. On 2nd and 9, Jones, catch made by Slayton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 3rd and 2, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Sam off. Check that.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now? Patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf. Crystal and Travis. You. Check.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season. 97% that is. and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Marcus Golden able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
To try again after the sack. Rosen, and they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st.
Look at me. Go.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
From the 44, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
52's the mark, boy, 52. So don't say nothing.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, he'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing Jones. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Go! Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Bring it. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Shift. Pilot, 64. Weak.
Here's Jones. Throwing again. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Out. Switch. Ready.
Now Jones on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
He wants it all for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Rosa's kick is good. And thanks to his safety and 2 field goals, this is now an 8-0 game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Rosen on first and 10. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Rosen will throw. Got his man, it's Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They come up first and 10 at the 16. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. It's complete to Williams. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Rosen to throw again. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. To throw is Rosen. He's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Mike, check, Mike 42. Yep. Watch the twist. Under 10, 10.
Now it's Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 1 touchdown, 1 2-point conversion. That accounts for our first half total. 8-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rosen to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kareem Martin able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And now it's Rosen looking. It's Williams on the catch. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Preston Williams, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended, given 3 yards on the play. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. On first down, Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Kill, turn up. Check.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down in inches.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Look at me. Go. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they take the lead here now at 11-8. So it's his third field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Switch gears. Run that.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
Brings up third
70, Indy. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, Lee Griffin.
Foul Saquon Barkley, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Third and long here for Rosen. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hello, partner. Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. He may try and run, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Going deep here for Landry. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rosa. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
$12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Rosa. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rosen completes it to Parker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
He'll look to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He's back to throw. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now,
the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 47 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Jones. And he's going to go down again. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Yes, yes.
Come off the ball. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Say go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's real.